What's up, guys? This is Corey with the Dirt City Gym, and today I'm back with another deck profile for y'all. Today we're looking at Turbo Darkrai, kind of the new hype deck. Been floating around. It just won Athens Regionals this past weekend. So yeah, let us take a quick look. So basically the point of this deck, it's pretty streamlined, straightforward. You get 4 Darkrai and a bunch of energy. And you just try to spread as much energy across the field as you can and do big amounts of damage. Quickly and relatively efficiently, theoretically. So we'll look into the deck. 2 Shaman, just for the draw stuff. Darkrai EX, it's our main attacker. 180 HP basic. For 2 colorless, does Dark Pulse, which does 20 plus, and this attack does 20 more damage for each dark energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So it's a pretty efficient attacker for 2, and it just scales up. So yeah, we run 4 of those. We just want to get those going as quickly as possible. We run 2 Oblivion Wing Eeveeloutions. It's not a bad little basic non-EX attacker. Mainly use it for Oblivion Wing. For 1 dark, it does 30. You attach a dark energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. Just kind of helps us accelerate quickly. Its second attack, Darkness Blade, can come in kind of clutch in a pinch up against things like Regice or things like that. For 100 damage, it 2 colorless and a dark, or 2 dark and a colorless, excuse me. Does 100, and then flip a coin of tails. This Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. 1 Hoopa. Just try to get things moving as quickly as possible. 1 Enhanced Hammer. Just a little bit of hate. 2 Escape Rope. Just kind of get out of the active if we get stuck with like a Hoopa. Or even like an Oblivion Wing. Eeveeloutions if we want to get it onto the bench. 4 Max Elixir. Just kind of accelerate. 1 Super Rod. I'm only running 2 Trainer Smell. Conceivably you could bump this up to a 4th, or a 3rd. Or even a 4th. 4 Ultra Ball. Pretty standard stuff. 4 Seeker. 1 Delinquent. 2 Hexmaniac. We run 2 Greninja. Kind of gives us some problems. If we can get going quickly early, we're fine. But if we stall out a little bit, they can kind of overwhelm us. So having that extra ability removal was pretty good. 2 Lysander, pretty standard there. 2 N. 1 Olympia, just more maneuverability. 1 Pokemon Center Lady, just some good healing. 4 Professor Sycamore. 1 Parallel City. This can come in really clutch, whether it be knocking off Shamans and Hoopas off of our bench, or lowering the damage output from Greninja or Volcanion. Slowing down Rayquaza, which can give us a problem a little bit. So good versatility there. 2 Silent Lab, kind of the same concept with the Parallel City. If you can drop a nicely timed Silent Lab, you can kind of shut out Volcanion or even Rayquaza and Gardevoir as well. 2 XP Share, just kind of help keep our energy on the board. This is when you could probably bump up to 3. I think 2 is probably a good number though. 2 Fighting Fury Belt, make our Darkrai's a little bulkier, or even our Oblivion Wing Eeveeloutions. 1 Floatstone. We're relatively cheap for cheat costs, and with the extra escape ropes and the Olympias and stuff like that, we can usually get out of the active if we need to, but it's not bad to have. And then 12 Dark Energy. The more the better. Make sure we hit our max elixirs. That's the only energy we need. So we want to have as many as possible to try to do as much damage as possible. So yeah, that is Darkrai. Some bad matchups for this deck. Like I was talking about previously, Greninja can be a problem. If you can't get explosive starts early and start getting rid of their frogs quickly. If they can get going and set up and get some Greninjas out, it can kind of be a headache. Rayquaza can give you problems, because it's a big number to try to knock out. And they can be equally as explosive. Volcanian's not too bad with the Silent Labs and Hexes and things like that. We have a great Eevee matchup. We have a pretty good Mewtwo matchup. Things like that. Also, obviously, Darkrai is weak to fighting. So, I expect the more we see this deck, the more the potential to see things like Zygarde. So it's something to keep in mind. We have a hard time with Zygarde. But, alright, so that is the deck. Let's see if we can get into some matches right quick. Alright. Lightning and colorless. This could either be Jolteon, or this could be like Raikou. I'd prefer it to be Raikou. And of course we start out with the Shaman. Got an Ultra Ball, so we can get going. Okay, so this looks like it could be Electrode. Maybe Ampharos? That's Ampharos, okay. That's not too bad. Paralysis is a problem, but we should be alright. There's an okay, there's Jolteon. We need to watch out for that guy. Jolteon can give us problems if we can't take care of him early. Alright, so this is a pretty good hand. We'll drop the Silent Lab. And a Dark. Let's see. Okay, so we have Hoopa. The other Shaman is prized, looks like. Oh, there he is. Okay, so none of our Pokemon are prized, so that's good. One Elixir's prized. We've got one in our hand. That's not too bad. Alright, so we'll get the Hoopa. We can actually start hitting this turn with Darkrai. We're just gonna load up and go get our all of our Darkrai. Assuming we can hit the Elixir, we should be able to get going. So Darkrai, Darkrai, Darkrai. Put the EXP share on one, the belt on another, lightning, Dark Energy, Max Elixir. Put that there. Put the Float Stone here, and then we'll in. Okay. No draw support. And no elixirs. So we'll hit for 70. It's not too bad. Majority matchups, you want to try to get Oblivion Wing Eevee going as quickly as possible. But I'll take what we can get. Okay, so he Team Flare grunts us, which it's annoying more than it is anything. Level Wall, go get the Mareep. If he could in us here, that'd be great. Okay, so he does play Shaman as well. Floatstone. Shaman. Set it for 5. There's another Jolteon. Ultra Ball. Probably get another Mareep or Shaman. He's already down 2 Floatstone, so I did not see what that was. Thunderous, huh? That's interesting. Okay, so there is an Ultra Ball, so that's good stuff. So I will Ultra Ball away Hex and the Lysander. I could go get the Shaman. I think we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and go try to get explosiveness. So we'll drop the Shaman, set up for 3. Oh, we got an Elixir and a Sycamore. Okay, so we hit the Elixir. Put that there. He's got 2 cards in hand. We're only down 1 Seeker, so we're burning a lot of energy, but that's okay. Trainer's Mill, get that. Let's see, so we're hitting for 2, 4, 6, 80. We're hitting for 90 right now. If we can get this. Okay, so now we can get the knockout. Put this here. And we'll go ahead and Dark Pulse for the knockout. Take our 2 prizes. Put him behind a little bit. There's another Elixir, so that's good. We've hit all 3 so far, so... Right? Yeah, we've hit 3. A Lysander. Bring out the Hoopa. We got the rope, so we're good to go. Use Escape Rope. Bring him up. Let's see, he's got 170. We're hitting for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 13, 15. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Yeah, we're hitting for 15 right now. We need 1 more energy in order to take a knockout here, which we don't have a way to get that energy, but if we got a... We're not running Reverse Valley, so... We can take a Shaman knockout. I think that might be what we're going to do. Go ahead and take 2 more prizes. We're not really in danger of him setting anything up. So... Take our 2 more prizes. Sycamore and P-City. So we could Parallel City ourselves down. He's gonna Sycamore. He's got a Hammer. He misses. T-Mail. For an in. He's already Sycamored, so... Gonna Headlock us. So at the worst we get paralyzed. We do get paralyzed. Okay. Olympia's here. We could dig and try to get the rope. I think I'm going to cut our bench down. Get rid of the Hoopa and the Shaman. And then we'll Sycamore. We need to hit a rope and an energy. We did not hit either of those. Go ahead and Super Rod. I think we're just gonna get energy. No special energy on the field. Ultra Ball's not super relevant. This would have been in clutch last turn. But... we've got that in case we get paralyzed next turn. 2, 4, 6. So 12, 14. We're still hitting for 15. 150. 1 more energy, we get the knockout on either. So. Not bad odds. Get the PCL in case we get paralyzed. We still have a rope. Oh, I have Olympia as well. We have access to that. And the discard pile. Not seen a lot of Thunderous EX. Just gonna attach an energy to the Jolteon. Probably Headlock us. Or in if he has it. Assuming Escape Rope is not prized. We need it, we could dig for it. But. Okay, so we're gonna get the in. Kind of anticipated that. So we'll go down to 2. Okay, so that's about as good a 2 as we could get. We'll take it. That's the energy we need, and the T-Mail can get us pretty much whatever's left. He shouldn't be able to knock us out. Okay, especially if he's going level ball for Fluffy or Flaffy. Means he's probably not have the rare candy set up, so. Unlock us, what does that do? Okay, so we got game anyway. So we'll drop that. And that should be 170 for the game. Not too bad. Started out with Shaman, but ended up going fine, so. That's just kind of the explosiveness and consistency of the deck. Being able to hit for one-shots by turn 2 to 3 is pretty good. That's not even how we want to go about it. Usually we want to get the Oblivion Wing Eevee going early. But we'll take it where we can get it. So. I did not see what the preview had. Generally, I actually prefer going second with this deck. But we're gonna go ahead and go first. I like getting that Oblivion Wing on turn 2 going. Or turn 1 going. Look at the mulligan. We do have the tendency to mulligan a lot with this deck. Because we're only running 10 basic Pokemon. And that's also a problem. Starting with things like Koopa and Shaman, which unfortunately happen a lot with the deck. And another build of this deck that I ran, I did not run the Hoopa for situations like this. I opted for a third Oblivion Wing Yveltal, because I like to start out with him more. But it is what it is. So we're gonna Ultra Ball here. Drop the Pokemon Center Lady. Drop an energy. I think we're just gonna go for a Darkrai. What do we got prized? 2 Darkrai's prized. That sucks. That sucks. An Elixir prized. Ultra Ball prized. Okay, that's no bueno. So I think we're just gonna go with the Darkrai. Just start applying pressure. I guess I could have gone with Oblivion Wing as well, but go ahead and Sycamore. Okay, so we hit an Elixir. We hit the Hex. Do we need the Hex? Not really. Okay, so we'll max Elixir. We'll hit that. So we're gonna be swinging next turn, presumably. If we can get Hoopla out of the active. PCL in the discard pile's good. Get the counter stadium. But if he can't get a forest here, and he's already missing his draw support here because of Silent Lab, so that's helpful. He's got to get the forest, or he's not going to be having a good time. There's a Float Stone. There's an Ultra Ball. We'll kind of have an idea of what he has in his hand by what he gets here. Okay, so maybe he's not running Shaman. This could be the one of the lists that ran this weekend at Athens. It did not run Shaman. It opted for Remoraid instead, which I'm fine with. Acrobike, so presumably he does not have the forest yet. But he's digging. Burned a Combi, so must have been a good card, whatever it was. Unless it was double Combi. Then that would not be good. Are we gonna get a pass here? We are. Nice. Ooh, that's harsh. Because I don't want to load up that much energy on Darkrai. Okay, we gotta hope we get Float Stone or something. So we're gonna attach this here. We'll max elixir. We'll hit it. And then we will Sycamore. We hit the Float Stone, so we're good. Ultra Ball. We got the rope as well. What's more important here? I think I'm going to take the rope. So I can conserve the Float Stone. If need be. Okay, what are we? We're hitting for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're in for 100 here. 100 on turn 2 is not bad. Obviously, this is not a great setup without the Darkrai. Let's be a Darkrai. Nope. Ultra Ball. That's not bad, though. We can dump the Shaman. Depending on what he does with his hand here. Enhanced Hammer we need to save. Could dump the Delinquent. Maybe the Shaman. Go get a Darkrai. Kinda depends on what we draw as well, but we're only wanting the one float. See, that's why we saved the Float Stone. Alright, what do we got? Nice. So we're gonna Ultra Ball away Shaman and Delinquent. Go get Darkrai. Drop the Darkrai. Attach an energy to the Darkrai. Attach the Experience to the Darkrai. Float Stone the Hoopa. What do we got in here? I want to conserve that hammer, so I think we're just going to hit here. For 120? Would have been 120, but he's got the resistance, so. Darkrai, Darkrai, Darkrai. Okay, that's not bad. I'll take the Oblivion Wing. We've got a good amount of energy in the discard pile, I believe. 3, yeah, so. Come on, drop the DC. Drop the DC. This kind of just goes to show how clutch Silent Lab can be. Can really put a damper on things. And then we'll just take the knockout. We're going to hold on to this Enhanced Hammer. Because if he does get poppin', then... Okay, there's the other Darkrai, so... We're doing well. Obviously, in most situations, probably wouldn't get as bad a draws from the Vespiquen deck, but it is what it is. I'm imagining he just can't get anything set up. I probably need to pay attention to how many Pokemon we're putting in the discard pile. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's not bad. Do we have a Lysander in here? I do not think so. No, we do not. There's Trubbish. Ooh, rope. What can we do with the rope? We missed that max elixir. Part of me wants to rope and bring out him. Just start conserving. But we're kind of running hot right now. So I think we're just going to stick with it. There's the other Darkrai. Yeah, it's probably a good idea sticking with it in case he tries to Lysander up this guy and stall us out a turn or something. And we get the victory screen. That one was not overly difficult. Generally, that's a good matchup for us anyway, but... Alright. So we got water and lightning. Glaceon, Jolteon, maybe? So this kind of goes to show, even though we've started off with less than ideal starts, we've still been able to get going pretty quickly, deal good damage, and kind of just take care of business. Raikou. What's the water for? Octillery, I guess? I bet that's what it is. Probably Octillery. Silent Lab, again, kind of comes in clutch here. Ooh, that's not great. Yeah, Silent Lab can put in some work here as well. Get rid of Shining Body. Okay, Ampharos Raikou. Cool. Seeing a lot of Ampharos. Not just today, just in general, there's a lot of Ampharos. As long as there's not an inn here, we'll be alright. Which, I mean, we'll probably be fine anyway, but... good. We've got a good setup going. Raikou. Nice. Okay, so this is almost as good as it kind of gets in terms of our hand. So we'll drop that. We'll drop that. We'll go get... Okay, so that's where comeuppance Hoopa's prized. That's fine. We'll just get the Darkrai. Max Elixir. That's not Max Elixir. Crap. Okay, so that... And I got rid of the Silent Lab. That's not bueno. Not bueno. Crap. I hit the wrong one, that sucks. Shaman, we'll set up for 4. Just wanting to avoid Shamans, but looks like that's not happening. We'll just Oblivion Wing for 20. Work on getting this here Darkrai set up. Presumably he'll try to get Electrode going, which we've got the hammer for that, so that's probably Electrode. So we'll take a prize, knock off the energy, unless he ends us. I can't believe I Sycamored. We had the setup. We had the Max Elixir, we had the Silent Lab, then the Sycamore. So it puts us behind the ball a little bit. Hopefully this is a Lysander, and he goes for the prizes. That would be nice. Do it. Nope. Okay. Just gonna take that knockout there. That's fine. I'll bring up old Darkrai. Alright, so Enhanced Hammer. Get rid of that shenanigans. Ultra Ball. Get rid of Sycamore and Energy. Bring in the Darkrai. Start getting him going. Attach this here. Put that there. And then we'll Sycamore. We got a lot of energy in the discard pile now, so need to be a little bit careful. Okay, we got Silent Lab, so that's good. Make sure we actually play it this time. Hit the elixir. We do. With the amount of energy we run in the deck, we should be hitting elixirs pretty often. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We're getting now. We're 10 short of the knockout. So yeah, we should be hitting elixirs pretty often. Every now and then you will miss one. As long as you hit 2 to 3, usually you're pretty good. EXP share. Cool. We're not in any immediate danger. What was that? Lysander. Okay, cool. So we get the Olympia, so doesn't really matter. And our own Lysander. So we'll Olympia. Bring him back up. Attach this energy here. Kind of keep us out of Lysander territory for next turn, because we've got one in our hand. We're also in Ace Trainer range, if he's running it. There's the Hoopa. A little late, Hoopa. Little late. We're in for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So we need another energy. And for this to stay on the field. So we have our energy, we have our Darkrai, and we have an in. It's a pretty nice hand. I'm trying to think, the only stadiums he's probably running is like Rough Seas, I'd imagine. Okay, so drop this. We'll drop this. I guess I could have Via Secret for Olympia. I still can Via Secret for Pokemon Center Lady. Is that necessary? Ooh. Tempted to Delinquent here. But if you were to top deck like an Artillery or something? I think we're just gonna PCL. Kind of where he's at right now. While not impossible for him to get set up, it'd be difficult for him to get set up at this point, so. There's an Ultra Ball. Not a lot we need with an Ultra Ball, so. Not too worried. Rare Candy, alright, so we got an Ampharos. So he's got that shenanigans going. What do we have in here? We're only one Lysander down. What happened? In, okay. Oh, good. Goody, goody, goody. So we're hitting for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Potentially 15. We can hit that elixir. We'll pull up Ampharos, and then we'll take it out. There's another Mareep. We're still lingering on that. It's probably a Remoraid now. Yeah, oh. Okay, so he's gonna go for it. Bold. Can he get the knockout? I don't know what all he does. Flip a coin if heads, this attack does 40 more damage. That's not gonna be very nice. Need to hit that. Oh, I missed it. Okay, so what are we hitting for? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 10 short. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Do I have more ropes? I have all the ropes available. I had to be reaching to get the rope. But 19 cards left on the deck. YOLO. Okay, we got all we need. So we will attach this energy here. We will escape rope. Pull up this Darkrai. And we will Dark Pulse for the knockout. Okay, so now we're just in Escape Rope or VS Seeker for Lysander range. Or VS Seeker for Pokemon Center Lady to remove paralysis range. Shocking Light until 30. So if he's got the Lysander, he could take that knockout. No, he does not. So we should have it, and we should be fine. Should be. 12 cards left on the deck. I know I have at least one more Escape Rope. So if we have to shenanigans around, pull up another Darkrai, take the knockout there. Or it'll be there if we Escape Rope. Or we could get the VS Seeker, which would be nice too. Or another Stadium. So what does that do? Paralysis, yeah. Okay, max elixir. Let's go ahead and thin the deck. Okay, so presumably rope is still there. We'll have 4 cards left in the deck. Let's go ahead and power up another Darkrai. Let's thin the deck. Okay, so rope is there. No Pokemon. Let's go rope. There it is. Bring up this Darkrai. And we will take the knockout and the game. Alright guys, so that is Turbo Darkrai, whatever you want to call it. This is the Hoopa version. There's some versions floating around that opt not to have the Hoopa. I've ran it without the Hoopa. I think long-term, Hoopa's probably better for the long game. I think you're more likely, for whatever reason, to get Hoopa and things like that as your only Pokemon in your hand when you have the Hoopa. I tend to usually get Oblivion Wing when I go for 3 as opposed to the Hoopa. So it's kind of give or take. But you're running ropes, extra ropes. If you're running Olympia, you're running Floatstone. You have ways to get out of the active if need be. And even if you do start with the Hoopa, you're not needing a lot of pieces. You just need to get Darkrai out quickly. So you can Ultra Ball and do things like that, and you're not having to overextend to get Darkrai. And that's just kind of the point of the deck. It's super consistent. Like, you have room for options. Like, Rayquaza gives you problems, run P-City. Something else gives you problems, run this, run that. We didn't get to see Greninja, unfortunately. But like I said, Greninja is potentially... It's not a bad matchup, per se. Probably... I'd go as far as to say 50-50. Just kind of depends on who draws well and who doesn't. If the Greninja kind of gets a slow roll, you can just like pop, 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 pop. If they're running Talonflame, I feel like the Talonflame Greninja decks have a better matchup against you. Because if they, for whatever reason, start with only Froakie, if they're not running Talonflame, then potentially, if you go second, you can donk them pretty easily. The Dark Attachment and a Max Elixir to a Darkrai. Because you only need 2 energy for Darkrai to get the donk for 60, so. But if you're really feeling the Greninja matchup, you could probably find room for Giratina promo to prevent the breaks. At that point, you'd probably run an additional stadium, maybe drop a lab, and like a reverse valley, because lab's not necessarily great in that matchup for you. And Greninja's going to be running lab, so you need to kind of counterbalance that to get the benefit of the Giratina promo. But you have options. That's kind of the point of the deck. It's so consistent. It's just streamlined, like Darkrai, energy, go. Just gonna say Dark Pulse a couple hundred times in a game, so. But anyway, that is it, guys. Let me know what y'all think about Darkrai down below, and I will see y'all next time.